Hey, everybody, it's the program once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and start living, continue living, never stop. I've been alive this whole time. Have you been alive this whole time, viewers? I think you have. I think even when it counts is when you die. People are like, I was dead for a while, but I think that doesn't count. Because if you're alive now, then you've always been alive. Look, I was dead for, being dead for a while, I think that's semantics. I don't think you've lived this whole time and you've never died. Like, oh, my heart was not working though. And is that a true death? Because I think a true death is when you're gone forever. And if you're back, maybe you were never dead, and maybe in the future, there'll be resurrections, and they can like just get our bones or just like find out that like all of our consciousnesses are actually in the stars or in the air, and when they tap into them, maybe this is going to be in forever million years, and they're going to find out that we do actually go into the stars when we die, and that our DNA and our beings are up there somewhere, and then we're star traveling way in the future when we're no longer real people anymore, but kind of moving space energy. Once we become this space energy out there, and we can like reconnect with our relatives in our past, and that like through our children. Maybe if you have no children though, then you're screwed. I'm gonna better get a child going so that you could live forever. But I don't want to live forever. I don't want to be coming back, after a long time. Because I respect death. And I think anybody else, like if you're not accepting the finality of death, and maybe it's disrespectful to it. You don't want to disrespect it or anything. I think respect is due and proper. So maybe this whole like thinking about like becoming star energy and moving into the future, and like having our future relatives like reincarnate us through our like their past DNA. But maybe that would only happen like at the time when you were born anyway. So if you have a teenage baby and they do that whole like star ghost recreating the past from your energy thing, they might not be able to pick up anything before you were dead, or before you were born, because that's when you passed on your life to another being when you had the children. So if you had a teenage kid, maybe you're not going to live that much longer, and really, what's the life to live after that anyway? You're suddenly like you're gonna, if you have a child, and you know because your life diverges off into two points at this time. I think it's well, I guess for men, you're like doing the impregnating, doing an impregnation. Or maybe even worse, you're at the sperm bank or something, and then like suddenly, you have your seed, and suddenly you're in the future, and you're like, whoa, what happened? And it's like, well, that seed, that time, was the time that your consciousness split off into two beings, and one being lived a life and maybe had more children, so there's like more than one of you at different points, because there are like each child has its own star ghost. But this is you now at this point, and we have discovered a way to bring our ancestors back through star ghost power, but you live in like a reality that is not like true, and this is where you are now, and you have lived a life, but the rest of your life that you lived is now gone because we don't know what happened to it. That's not how this whole star ghost kind of like becoming yourself in the future premise works out. And you're like, well, I don't want to live in this way. I don't want to be a ethereal being, and I want my life and body, and I want my present back. And it's like, well, you've had it at a point, and this time you're out here, and then you think, like, well, what about the finality of death? And the star ghost people, they stop your finality, and they say, there's no finality to death anymore. Nothing is final. There's no life or death. There's nothing to, like, suffering and reality is nothing to hold on to. There's no reason to do anything anymore because there's no finality to life. So if there's no finality to life, then what are we even living for anyway? And that's okay, and we've discovered that, and this is how we operate now in the future, with the sense of openness and foreverness. And you lived in their past. You've lived in this realm of finality, and you had that looming threat of death over your head this whole time, and that was false. And why did you live like that when the truth is that you're going to be living in this ethereal realm in a way? But one of you, the oldest you who suffered back then, became old and lived through this time after you were born, or after your children were born, and lived another life. The only way we know about that future life that you lived was through other people who are also experiencing the same, like, false reality as you are. This future living, like, realm. If you're living in that realm, and you can ask questions about others, and maybe even your, like, slightly future or self, you can end up having more kids later on. And that's the only way you can live. In a way, is already a true thing, except for the whole, like, being physically back. You can live through your own children. And you tell them your values and everything, and I think the goal is that your values will continue on with your children if your values are that important to you. I guess my values, well, what's a value if they're not important to you? Is it really even a value at all? Like, well, I don't think you can say that your values aren't important, because I think if they were not important, they would no longer be values, but something else. Like, just like your belief system or thoughts or something, are those the same as your values? Like, you can believe one thing and your values think are different. They're separate things. You're going to pass your values along to your children, and your beliefs and your customs, and they live on through your ancestry. But sometimes they don't. And we gotta live on through this, like, false star ghost narrative. You just start telling people the star ghost narrative, and then maybe I can get some money. Listen to me on the stage I have a preach. I don't want to be a preacher. Don't call me a preacher, but I am on a podium telling you about the future that I know about, even though I have no proof, and I just know, I feel faith. I have faith in the Star Ghost future of. So, if you want to live longer, you gotta have children when you're real old. But if you're too old, maybe the children won't live too well, and maybe they still won't propagate. So, like, in order to continue to live in the future, you have to have children. Then your children have to have children, and you have to have all the children, like so many generations down, way into the future, like probably, let's say, millions of years, like millions, billions of years before the Star Ghost thing starts happening. And then at that point, you're not even living like in a real way. It's just like somebody, like, they go to like Ancestry.com in a billion years. That stupid thing, which I don't believe in. I think the whole like DNA thing, when they're looking at your DNA on those websites, I think that they're actually trying to catalog you in case you commit a crime in the future. They should call it like CIA catalog, DNA cataloging.com. That's what I think the whole ancestry thing is anyway, because they're just lying to you. What is your ancestry if it's not like what your parents told you it was? That's what ancestry truly is to me. Like you're reading your DNA. You're like, who am I? I have a question website. Who am I and what is my culture? My culture is not what my parents said. I think your culture and ancestry is what your parents or whoever. These days, culture is television, I believe, like this. It's what your culture and heritage is what the television told you it is. Not what's written in your blood. Like maybe you have this story is written in your blood. This is what kind of like the Star Ghost story of your ancestors. And am I the sum of my ancestors, or am I a product of culture today? And I think it's more of the culture thing. Spicy chicken. I'm eating spicy chicken. It's kind of spicy. Ooh. Ever tried to eat spicy things while going on a long talk about Star Ghost future life? That's what I'm doing. So, if you're trying to look at your blood, it's like, what is written in my blood? And I think it's nothing. I don't think things are written in your blood. Things are written in your in your journal or something. In your photographs or in your memories. And you can't get your memories. You go to Ancestry.com and tell them, like, who am I? What's my life all about? Like, if you got a coma, if you got no coma and you don't have or you're adopted. Like, who am I? I don't know about my culture. And then, bing bong. Type it in. You just put your finger in the thing, and then the FBI starts setting you up for murder. Well, this is your race and culture, and also you're wanted for arrest. No. I just wanted to know who I am. You're a murderer. That's what they're gonna say to you. You say, no. I was in a coma. Maybe it wasn't a real coma. It was just a few blackout psychotic murder state where I blacked out. Did some awful things that I consider to be heinous in my regular life, but my coma life I did it, and I wouldn't even have known about it if it wasn't for this website. Your DNA was all over this murder zone. Oh no. I thought I was a good person. I thought I was going to live forever. Well, good thing I can end it all, right? That's what you say. And then you go and try to end it all, but then, like, right when you end it all, it's like, whoa, uh-oh, I'm in the future now. I didn't want this to happen. I thought it was over. I thought that there was a finality to life. Nope. Star ghosts. No, all I wanted was finality, and all I got was to be a ghost in the future in the internet. I'm an internet future ghost in the star ghost realm. This is a worse. It's a worse than death. Because lots of things are worse than death. Because maybe death's not that bad. So, like this thing. Oh no. It's a fate. And then it's like worse than death is just implied. Oh no, fate. I think anything that's beyond your control is not the best when you end up there in the future. No one asked me if I wanted to be returned in this realm of nothingness and in like etherealness, no physicality. Like, what's the world? What's my world if not physicality? I'm in a thought void in a document, because my ancestors wanted to define their culture in their blood and ancestry instead of by their modern culture. Why have you wronged me, future ancestors, by creating this like system of framing, of CIA murder framing and ancestry? You've done wrong. Have I not taught my own children well enough so that they would teach their children, and that my values continue down the line? No, if I have children, well, or maybe I'm gonna go find my children. I better go find my children, raise them up to say, number one rule of life, child. If I had told you anything, it's this. Tell your children that this very thing that I'm telling you now, child. If you ever have the chance to create a DNA star ghost that reincarnates all of your past relatives into a virtual reincarnation space that's ethereal and not physical, don't do it. Don't fall into the trap of DNA culturality. Your culture is what I say it is, and what you say it is, and what is around you. And it doesn't have to be written. It doesn't have to be what your blood says it is. It can be, it is, it can be, and it is what is just on TV in your life. And maybe that's a little insensitive to try to break away from your culture, but you're not breaking away from your culture, you're embracing your culture. This whole like trying to like embrace a culture that is not, that you don't know, even though you think it's in your blood. Like, that's not the same. It's not the same. Your culture is where you are now. Oh, I found my blood. I was looking for culture all along, and turns out it was written in my blood. It's not like that. That's not how it is written. Culture is now and in your mind. I've been talking a lot about this like whole star or well, life and death kind of thing. Maybe I need a new intro. You know how the intro of the show now is, it says, like, turn on the machines and start living. I think it just, like, puts me easily down a darker path of thinking about life and death and reincarnation and struggle and everything. What are we gonna do today? We've already done a lot of it. The phones are still not working. It's been since, I think, Friday when they stopped working. We had the phone for a minute when Bird was here the other day. I think that was Saturday. So it's only been 2 days since Saturday, since Bird was on the phone, or Bird brought the phones to us. So I doubt we got that many things. We don't usually get that many things, but we do have some things coming up. Like, I think, like, this Friday is actually the first Friday of the month, and in the past we had done some events on the first Friday of the month, but this Friday, this coming Friday, there's no plans as far as I know, and I would like to call Freddie, the producer, and find out about how the production end is going. Or I think last month Bella said that they would find a musical act for that Friday, but that didn't happen last time. Could happen this time. I actually ran into Bella, the intern, here at the studio. I stopped by earlier to make a feeble attempt at fixing the phones, but it was futile. I tried to, futile is like the Borg. Like, resistance is futile, but my my fixing was futile. Fixing the phones is futile. There's actually no fixing the phones anyway, because I know what happened to them. What happened was somebody took the router. It was there, and then it was gone. Actually, I thought I saw like another like router source or something, but I didn't. I'm just gonna try to get that repeater going. Maybe I'm just gonna get a really long Ethernet cable and like connect it into that thing and like get another whole nother system going. I don't know if it's too far away. I don't know how big this building is. It's like this building as big as a house, because you have Wi-Fi and you have it in one corner of the room. It should work on the other corner of the room, and there's not a whole lot of walls like between here and even where the current router is. I was trying to get a repeater going. The current router is just like through a big warehouse and then a wall, but I don't really know about like Wi-Fi. Is it Wi-Fi on the radio? I know it's in the air. Kind of like the radio. Like, what's the difference between Wi-Fi and the radio? Because Wi-Fi has to send out and in, so it's two-way, but still is like a walkie-talkie. So I wonder if Wi-Fi is more like a walkie-talkie than like a radio. But you can also send radio signals, and we were doing that here in the studio for a little while, sending out our own radio signals. Maybe we should get back to the radio signals, and because if we don't have the phones, and that's something for the outside world to like be returning to, because right now the outside world is there. Maybe Like, is it there though? I don't know anymore. Not in the program, I guess. Now the program is insular. It's just like this world and an outside world. And the outside world is no longer relevant to what I'm doing here, to what we're doing here. You can come here, viewers, and look into the past a little bit. We can look at our own past on these tapes and things, but I don't think we can look out into the outside world anymore. It's like we're in the well, other than being on the internet and television, we're in the like the pre-phone times, or pre like telegraph. I wonder how often, like how many telegraphs did people do? They're meeting people. They're like, oh, well, telegraph me when you get home. Make sure you got home, okay? That horse, your horse looks kind of sick. Oh, my horse is sick. Not sure if I'm gonna make it home. Maybe my horse is gonna keel over on the walk. I'm gonna force it to walk. I'm not walking. But that horse is gonna walk anyway, even though it's sick. It doesn't even know how to control its own thing, because I'm in control of this horse's consciousness. I'll put the reins on the horse and it can go. And I'm gonna say, go horse, go until you die. And I'm gonna force you to move. And then maybe it's like, uh-oh, well, if your horse is ill and your horse seems like it's on its last legs, is that what this last legs is referring to this whole time? Like the phrase on your last legs? Maybe the phrase on your last legs is referring to horses and how they can be nearly dead. And you got to try to find them, or you got to try to make it there. What do you say? Alas, love, my love, I must return to home. My horse, I had to wake up early, so I had to get to bed. But my horse, it's on its last legs, but I'm going to try to make it home. My brethren are sick, also. And you say, well, if you're sick, make sure you send me that telegraph before you get home. Beep 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 beep. You know, telegraphs. I don't know if everybody had them, or if very few people had them. Who's using telegraphs anyway? I'm gonna start texting people in. I guess there's dots and dashes, but there's no. Oh, you could do like periods with spaces and underscores or something, because I was thinking like in the middle, but I think it would still read as Morse code if you just use those things on the ground level. It would like make it look like it's the middle. It would be a different whole format of text. That way, if it's on the ground instead of up there on the like in the middle where the dots and dashes would be, because is there a middle dot? Not in like text. I'm trying to think of, no, there's definitely a dash, like the regular dash, and there's an underscore and a regular dash, but there's no like, just like middle dot that's just like only the dot. Which it seems like that would be fine punctuation, maybe whoever made punctuation in the first place, but I guess the lower dot definitely stops you more. The dot in the middle, what is it, floating there? In like the words, maybe words are like a cart at first. And the periods were, it's like a stop, say stop in the comma. I can see how the comma could be a continuation. Let's take a look at the tape stuff. I guess one of the phones there's no phones, so we're just gonna get right to this tape stuff and look at 2017. This is what happened last year. Let's see, what is it? Oh, there's some 2016 too. We could look at a little bit of 2016 because I was trying to find that tape a while ago. Today's the 29th. It's 2017. Oh, hey, way back there, last year. Far up my own mind. 11:30 and 2 a.m. Sounds
2018. It's
oh,
me.
hi.
2017.
Wait, I want to see this. I want to see the 28th. What was I talking about? Up in your own mind, that sounds familiar. Oh, there's nobody else there? Yeah, that sounds very familiar, actually. Here, let's look at, what, 26? Let's look at 3 days. 26, 27, and then 28. We have this Carl. We're going to go back here, starting the 26th. I want to see this. With Luke. I remember this.
Beat the tortilla.
You know, through the course of this episode, I learned one thing.
Salsa de leche?
That it was probably not milk that I stole from Fred.
That's all we learned.
So I'm feeling pretty okay now.
Carl's putting milk in salsa.
What?
Drinking it like a drink or a food product.
There's white stuff in
Who
my
would
parking
do
lot.
that? Oh, I would do that. Yeah. So I'm
Salsa
someone.
de leche.
You are
Ew.
somebody, Carl.
11:30 and 2 a.m.
Don't eat salsa de leche.
Oh, I
It's
got
gross.
the giggles.
Check it out.
All
yeah,
throughout the
He's
episode.
laughing.
Yes. I mean,
He's
if
happy.
you want
Carl's happy.
really see
He's growing
happy,
in
See
Martin.
jolliness.
Rowan-
see you later, hosers, and we're not in Indiana, so
Hoosiers.
Well,
That's
they got
Canadian.
them also.
whatever.
Hosers is Canadian. Hoosiers is.
Hey!
Indiana.
Oh, you should see
Yeah,
that.
hoser.
I'm sorry, you saw
And if Dan was
maybe
there, I'd be
something.
politically correct.
Yeah,
God damn it!
Dan's
Let's do a
Canadian.
retake.
Retake.
Or nothing.
Good job,
Carl
Carl.
said that he might quit his group because he's
Get
depressed.
Yeah, no, I got more things to do.
Are
Bigger.
you sure you don't have Tourette's?
No. Oh,
Carl,
Tourette's or stress?
Tourette's. 360-364-384.
Call and
Hi,
leave a
2000.
message.
434. Don't forget to call that number. We'll call you back.
Bye.
Your daily power with
Yeah, it's the commercial. Look, where's Carl? Again, I gave up on him. Dr. Yellowfell for a while about the meaning of life. Dr. Freddy for a while about the production.
What is the
And-
meaning of life?
And about the production. The other end, whatever this is. Carl's missing again. Carl, you underground? Where are you again? So I do that whole thing again. I gave up again. It's a good time though. Sometimes when I'm here by myself, I get really into my own thoughts, far up my own mind. 11:30 and 2 a.m. Hi, 2018. It's me, 2017.
Hi.
Are you doing well? Okay.
I am.
I'm doing pretty good. Real good, actually. Or message from the past. Hi, it's 2017.
Hi.
Where's Trump right now?
Yeah, Trump did the whole Muslim ban today, so is that
Muslim
still
ban.
going on in the future?
Getting kind of scary.
Yellowfell
I don't know
talks
about
it
that.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Carl imagines what kind of haircut Mr. Ginsu has.
And it's short.
He uses his imagination today. We're on every night 11:30 and 2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22.
Imagination.
360-836-4384. You can call and leave a message, get on TV.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Carl. Hey, Plant. How are you doing today? Looking pretty good. I don't know if I watered you yesterday. I think I'm going to water you right now. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Again. I did it. You see that? Oh, something moving. What is in the middle? Something's moving in this plant now. Something's weird. Something weird is happening. Plant, are you alive? You doing okay? I don't know if I didn't water you yesterday, but I know I watered you a few days ago. Do plants like routines? Or do they like individual, different times? Maybe they like not routines. And, well, hopefully they like not routines because That's what I'm giving it. Like, nature has no routines, but I don't believe that nature is actually the best for these things. And people are really like, they really don't like GMOs and stuff. They're like, it's unnatural, and I don't know why. Well, I understand why people are like holding on to what's natural so much, but I don't think that that's important. Maybe this is connected to the whole like not like having your culture written into your blood. Like it's what you make it, and we're maybe as a species we've moved beyond nature, like for living a natural life, and then we die much earlier, be sick, be dying and sick. Also, moving outdoors, not having TV. I don't think TV is a natural thing. Maybe not speaking. I think speaking maybe is unnatural in this way. Like, I wonder if the first people that were speaking, they were using words in cave people, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like this whole speaking thing. It's unhealthy. We want to live a more natural life." Maybe they're more like, oh. Like, they wanted to say that they don't like speaking, but they don't have the words. I'm against words. I'll tell you something about words. I don't like them, and this is why. Because I only have them, and it's my only tool to communicate. And I think that we don't need to be communicating. That maybe communication and like technology is going to lead us into a false future where we all live in a star like future, or even now when we live in a virtual future, and maybe a few of us, so we have the insight to see this, and we're going to not use language, and we're not going to pass all of our ideas from one generation to the next. Each generation is going to have to spend a lot of time just learning the things that the previous one did, and not have to use the whole like learn how to use fire and stuff just by watching, and not by like being told what it is. Because then eventually you become like us, where like we understand that these things are out there and people have told us about them, but we can't do that. Who's starting to go start a fire? I think I could probably start my own fire if I wanted to, but I don't know how to do that well, not like a caveman. I've lost the most important values. Caveman values. Here's some 2016 messages. I want to see some of these. Oh, I gotta pull out this. This is 2017. I'm gonna take this one out. We're gonna look at 2016 a little bit, and then we're gonna look at some of the 2017 messages from the past, and then we're gonna look at some of the more recent messages from the past also. January 2016. Hey everybody, it's the season finale.
Wow, it's the last day of season 19, and it's the first day of 2016 for the 2 a.m. episodes. Cool. Carl's here, Lewis is here. We talk about owning a movie store in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Freddie looks so young with his old hair.
Oh, yeah.
Deliver rather some shocking news.
Carl saw 2.5 long string foot cheese. 2.5 foot long string cheese.
I found someone who'd stolen my bike again just by running into them on the streets. Beer cheese soup.
Your daily
Beer cheese soup, huh? Yeah, hey everybody, it's the commercial. Everybody get in here. Look, we got a crowd today. Whoa. Wow. You say something on the commercial here.
There's misinformation by me.
Lewis sucks.
God damn it.
11 p.m., 1 a.m.
3 a.m. Channel 22 at TCTV.
360-836-4384. We're on State and Capitol. Come on by.
Your daily hour with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird's here. Lewis is here.
Hey.
We finally get Mr. Ginsu and Lewis to talk to each other.
Yeah, it was cool.
And Bird and Lewis to talk to one another.
We hear about
Yeah.
some Wisconsin politics.
Yeah, I'm supposed to burn one out for Mr. Ginsu.
There's some terrorists.
Burn a roach out for Mr. Ginsu?
Oregon or something.
Yep.
Taking over burn sanctuaries.
Thank you, Bird.
Oh,
Yet again.
What happened when something happened when they turned the overlays over the thing?
I love it.
Left over all the.
Oh,
let me tell you.
daily hour with me.
This is quite possibly the most unusual Monday program that I have ever been involved
Dan
with.
was still there in
Why is that?
2016, huh?
Year.
Why?
Well, because I was late.
Okay. You've been
I
gone
could say
forever.
everything in
Lewis's
20
last
minutes.
day is today too.
Say everything real fast and kind of.
Dan, when did you
but
stop?
You will learn
Tried to
about
talk
the
years ago?
Hubble.
The couple telescope. Maybe that's the most interesting part of the show.
360-836-4384. Call and leave a message. Get on TV. Bye,
You should
Lewis.
watch it. Yeah, you
Bye,
should get
Dan.
on TV. See you later.
Your
Oh yeah, I like to mix
daily
stuff up.
hour.
No, I mean I like to be really serious. Can I hear this right now?
What?
Sam Miller.
Okay, on this episode of the show,
Oh, Carl robbed somebody.
Yeah.
Carl admits to robbing banks.
He is correct, sir.
I remember this.
Carl robbed a bank.
I
And
did.
liked it so much he did it 2,000 more times. Yeah.
Right.
But he gives all the
well,
money to the Salvation Army.
Talk about Carl not sleeping until pretty much.
Yeah.
Carl, you should sleep more.
360-836-4384.
Mildly.
Comedians.
I don't know.
I know, just me.
Your daily hour with me.
Yeah, hello. We talked to John Webster today. He says he's gonna bathroom talk.
Yeah.
Where are you, John?
Get to the bathroom because he talks to us so much.
You looking to the past?
And Carl talks about gas. Stop it. Stop it, Carl. I don't want to know about the gas. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yep.
Where are you, John Webster?
360-836-4384. Beware of the time tunnel, Carl.
Where are the time tunnel?
Your daily hour with me.
Yeah. It's the program's commercial.
Today we talked to John Webster for a while. He's going to a basketball game tomorrow. He's getting on.
Where are you, John? Maybe trying to call now. John, I'm gonna find you in the Star Ghost. Maybe you wanna. I guess I don't think John Webster's told him.
Beautiful.
Yo, Whiskey Business, I remember this. Remember 2016?
Just another day, just another rain. In Olympia, just another day, just another rain, just another way. In Olympia, just another day, just another rain. In Olympia, just another day, just another rain, just another day. In Olympia.
Yeah, Whiskey Business.
2 a.m. on TCTV channel 22. Tonight we got Whiskey Business on the show. Check it out.
Tom Cruise, Whiskey Business.
64384, call and leave a message. Get on TV.
Your daily hour with
Whiskey Business. Whiskey Business.
You sleepy, Carl?
No, but I did bring over table cream.
We talked to Lewis. Carl
Two
brings-
different brands.
Yeah,
You
we
seem a little
compare
sleepy,
brands of
Carl.
table cream. Mr. Ginsu left us a bunch of messages. Freddie tells us what happened to
I'm gonna look at one more on the 10th, and then we're gonna move on to the next tape, which is messages from the future, from the recent future. So.
Yes, you can be on TV.
Your daily out with me.
Yeah, everybody, it's a commercial.
A bird.
Well, here we are.
Trying to trick me and tell me I was in the trick show.
Yeah,
Kenny's running for president of the United States.
Oh, 2020, right?
Are joking around.
Kenny Sandwich, not joking.
Well, no, we're not joking.
Very good
Call us
time.
at 369-364-384. Come on the program at 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. Or at least watch it on.
Yeah, coming on program that time, Carl.
Yeah, just
Bye.
watch us. Don't call.
Yeah. Charlie! Oh, Charlie. Remember Charlie? Alright, I'm over here still. Next, we're gonna look at some of these messages from the recent future. So let's move this up here, and then we're gonna cue this tape so we can record the new one, and then we're gonna look at maybe a week or so of last year. Oh yeah, dead spider still there? Alright. Yeah, here's the replay too. We could look at the replay. We can hear about this like star ghost kind of thing. Rewinding this thing. Okay, we'll wait and we'll record. Is it rewinding? Here it goes. Now it's rewinding. I'm going to let it rewind for a minute so we can go back to that star ghost thing, so that when we record the new message in the future, we can hear about it a little bit. I don't know how far back this thing is going to rewind and how long it's going to take. I think it's still going to be on the messages from the years, or is it going to be on the star ghost talk? Hopefully it's star ghost talk. Let's see. Like having your culture written into your blood. Like it's what you make it, and we're maybe as a species we've moved beyond nature. I think we've moved beyond nature. Future, it's us in the past. There's a replay. We're talking about star ghosts,
and then we die
and death, and then in the future and stuff.
Be sick,
and I'm eating potatoes. Bye.
You know, dying. And
it's
sick. Also
Monday.
Moving outdoors.
Outdoors. All right, there we go. It's moving up. I'm kind of damp. Still, it was a wet day, and I was riding my bike in the rain, and now I am a little damp. I gotta put my coat next to a heater, but I didn't bring a heater. I'm waiting for I think the dead spider might fall off on this tape, but maybe not too. Alright, here's today. Let's look at 2 weeks. Here's yesterday, Sunday, and then before that was Monday. Or no, Saturday, right? That's how it works. Okay, this is Friday. And then before Friday is Thursday. Before Thursday, it comes Wednesday. And then, okay, this is a Wednesday, and then before Wednesday is Tuesday, which is last 1 week ago. We're going to look at 2 weeks. I don't know if we have time for all this stuff, actually. And then this is Monday again. Week and a day ago, and then Sunday. Saturday. Before Saturday becomes Friday. I'm waiting for the oh yeah, Friday, yay. Friday, and then Thursday before Friday. Ooh, live spider. Here's Thursday. Okay, Thursday, Wednesday. And lastly, oh no, actually not lastly, Tuesday, one more Tuesday, and then the Monday, which is today. Okay, that's Tuesday. And then next is Monday, which is the one that we're going to look at. Was it warm on Tuesday? Where's your jacket? Here, Monday, or Bird. That Bird was 2 weeks ago, or he came on again. Right? Yeah, okay. Looking at 2 rounds of Bird. Hey, future, it's us, the past.
Yes.
Yes. Daisy's head's behind me. And that's the dog's butt.
Does true happiness and prosperity depend on mutual happiness and prosperity?
Yeah, I think it does, Bird.
Question to ask at this time for the future.
It's MLK Day. Bye. Bye. Or Monday, yeah.
Like that.
Hey, future. Hey. It's us, the past. Hey, past. There's a replay. And it's Tuesday. We were talking to Luca in San Francisco a little bit, eating Chinese food over there. It's a good time. Okay. As you can see, we have 5 minutes left. I don't know if we're going to make it. Or maybe he does like them. I think he's going to do shift. Okay, bye. I think these messages are well under a minute, though. Hopefully. Maybe the spaces aren't. Hey, future, it's us, the past.
Hi.
Hey, past.
What's good, future?
Everything.
Yeah.
Say something to the future.
Yeah. To the future, I would like to tell you, you're beautiful. Don't ever look back.
And don't ever look back?
Keep it cool.
Good advice.
All right,
future. Bye. Bye.
That's it.
The show's over. Say hi.
Okay.
It's Dana and Yellowfellow.
What is he saying?
Dana. Out of the future.
What? Oh, hello, future.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, future.
Okay. Bye. Come on, we're gonna make it within 5 minutes. Past. Look at that spider. It's moving around. You see that? I don't know how long that live spider's gonna be there. It's like I guess better than the dead spider because now it's in the lamp and stuff. I'm over here, and today is Friday. Friday. Oh, well, that didn't show it. Here. Friday. Friday. The spider can't see it over there. Bye. 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 Hey, future, it's us, the past.
Oh, hey, past.
Whoa. Whoa.
You see that, the future? We're here in the past. Yeah.
Are you dead, Freddy, or an angel? Freddy's an angel today.
I'm a dead angel today. Yeah, no, I got white shoes.
Yeah, no.
So I have a full white outfit now.
Yellowfellow ate a breakfast burrito. What was in it? Eggs? Cheese? Bye. Bye.
Oh, we got a new computer today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, almost a week of having it and not having it do anything. It is. Hey, future.
You're live.
Huh?
Freak off, future.
It's Sunday. Bye. Bye. All right. Hey, future. Hey. It's us, the past. Hey, past. I'm over here. Where? And this is the replay over there. It's Monday, and Mr. Ginshaw, I think, is sleeping. Look at that box move a little bit. We're going to make it through 7 days in 4 minutes. Mr. Ginshaw's sleeping. Starting to O words. O words. O for obsolescence. That stuff like that. It's Monday. Monday the 22nd of January. Old. 2018. Bye. Weird and old. It's a little bit wet. There's water in them. And sometimes when I walk, they squish. My shoes they squish. Hey, future, it's us. Oh, squishy shoes. It's they still are dry there. Well, maybe I'm just used to it. Look. Tuesday. Is replay, and here's me. Look, I'm falling asleep in the replay. You can be alive. Are you alive? I hope you are. I got all my fingers, and life is great. Great. Bye. Bye. Tuesday, Wednesday. The past. And we're going to have to fast forward through these, so we haven't watched all this stuff. We're here on Wednesday. See more recent ones. Wednesday, so we're going to fast forward till Friday. There's Thursday. I guess it was only on show. Maybe is it working yet? You get the phones to work in the future? No. Future? I didn't. Me neither. Still haven't worked. This was Thursday. Bye. Haven't worked still. Bye.
I wouldn't say no.
Hey, future, it's us, the past. Hey, past. How are ya? What do you have to say to the past or the future?
Hey, the past says, "Gee, you're just like the present. You're just like the history too. You're just like the future. It's all the same, man.
Yeah.
It's boring. Nothing ever changes."
Yeah, change. The phones still aren't working?
Yeah, we want to know that. Tell us that now. Fill in this blank airspace of time with the answer to that question. Ready?
I'm ready. Bye. Bye. Hey, future, it's us, the past. Oh, hi, past. Oh, how are you? Look, revving their engine outside.
Hope you're doing well.
Daisy. Show's over. Bye. Oh,
Bye.
somebody really revving their engines. Can you hear that? Future, it's us, the past. Yesterday. What do you have to say to the future? Whoa.
Actually, I don't really know. Hello, future.
You don't know?
That's about all I have today.
Oh, I forgot my lines.
Yeah, I forgot my lines.
Andrew's here.
I forgot my wine.
Bye. Here's the last one. Written into your blood, like it's what you make it, and we're maybe as a species we've moved beyond nature. I think we have. We've moved beyond nature. Future, it's us in the past. Hey, past. Replay. We're talking about star ghosts.
Then we die.
And death. And living in the future. And star ghosts and death. And I made the potatoes. Bye.
Dying.
It's
also
Monday. Monday. That's it. That was it. We made it. I wasn't so sure. Oh. Right in time. Wow. All right. Well, here's this. Here's the credits. It's Monday. We're on TCTV channel 22 at 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out online, YDHWM.com. Yeah, 360-364384. Call and leave a message to get yourself on TV. Maybe if the phones work. 109 State Avenue, number 3. Yeah, TCTV. Graham, it's a good song. Thank you. TCTV, La Bebe, Jordy E, Fabulous, Graham, StopSpy.com, John Musker, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you, and viewers this year watching. Thank you. Hell yeah, dog. Bye.